Welcome to the Best of Seven podcast, part of the Man Cave Sports Network. Each show, we discuss the 7 best topics in sports and pop culture. I'm your host, Mike Jones. We got a special guest on the show today.
What's going on, everybody? It's Big Will.
Got my homie Will on the line, a.k.a. Poppy. Hey, man, knew this dude forever. We go back like kindergarten naps.
Yes, sir.
Chocolate milk. 8th grade proms, all that shit. What's good with you, dog?
Yeah, man.
So, we was talking a little bit before I hit the record button before we got started. Was talking a couple things, sports, of course, the entire ecosystem around sports, things like that. Right now, looking at this NCAA bracket, first and foremost, let me be clear. I did not do a bracket this year. I didn't do a bracket. When I say like it just flew over my head, including the season, I'm not like the biggest fan of like college basketball, to be honest with you. I got my team and we rock hard all day. But in terms of college basketball versus like pros, like watching and stuff like that, I don't know, man. It's just not my thing. Like, did you watch any of the games this year at all?
Yeah, I've been watching a few games, man. I like a few teams out there. Of course, I mean, when you think of the bracket, you think about some of the underdogs. One of the biggest ones that stand out, just because we're from Jersey, is St. Peter's knocking off Kentucky, and even my sleeper that I had was Murray State. Man, I thought they was gonna make some noise a little bit too, man.
They had to go up against St. Peter's. They got knocked out by St. Peter's.
Yeah, I know, man. That's what I'm saying. I thought they was gonna make some noise, man. But St. Peter's, I mean, is definitely one of the Cinderellas. I don't think they'll make it past this next round.
Yeah, they got
Purdue. But it looks good,
They got Purdue coming up next, and
yeah, I think
from what I'm told, Purdue is like top defensive team, like in the country or whatever.
Yeah, they got a big man on their team. They got a couple of big bodies on their team, man. I think St. Peter's is gonna have their hands full this weekend, man. Or this week, actually, I should say. I think they play tomorrow or Friday.
Friday. They play on Friday.
They play Friday. So yeah, I think they might be done, man. I don't see no more of that Cinderella magic going past this weekend.
So no lie, when I seen that, all the hype was around a school called St. Peter's, first and foremost, I hate it when people like watching analysts on TV kills me, right? They be going off like they watch every single game from every single game. They be like, oh man, East Tennessee Middle Southern is one of the best defensive teams.
They get smoked.
What the fuck is that? They win in the first round by 1, and then they get their ass whopped. Like, so when we started talking about St. Peter's, I was like, I literally had to look, and I was like, damn, well, was that the same St. Peter's that was like down the school from my school or whatever?
Right, man. They really don't got no campus. Like, they campus on the street. Like,
because one year they did that. They were saying how St. Mary's had advanced, but it wasn't the St. Mary's that I think been in the tournament the last few years. It was the St. Mary's out of Maryland. Like it's like the Mount St. Mary or something like that. So
right.
But it was a different St. Peter's. Right. I was like, bro, that joint is
St. Peter's from Jersey City, brother.
Yeah, you saw
Jersey City.
Did you see the coach when they asked him about, are you guys scared of taking on like the big Purdue? And he was like, I got a whole bunch of guys from New York and New Jersey. We're not scared of nothing. Like, what are you talking about?
Like, yeah, they shouldn't be scared, man. It's basketball. But I just think talent-wise, man, Purdue got it, man. I watched Purdue a couple of games this year, man. Like I said, they got some big guys on their team, bro. It's gonna be tough. And I'm pretty sure their coach is already telling them, like, look, man, we ain't getting beat by no team from Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So I think it's going to be, the coaches and players, you know what I'm saying?
Threatening them like, y'all you get drafted or nothing. Like,
I think somebody's going to get, they lose a couple of scholarships going to get taken or something. I don't know, man.
Crazy. What about North Carolina? They knocked off Baylor.
Not North Carolina actually was they put up points, man. I seen when they beat Duke at Duke.
Bro.
During like the Coach K debacle, like, this is going away and all this and that.
Coach K,
Carolina spanked them, man.
They said bye, nigga. Like,
he's like, all right. He's like, we're tired of seeing this nigga. Tired of seeing Coach K. We out, man.
Like,
they spanked them, man. They gave it to him, man. So I knew they was gonna come into this tournament making some noise. I had them actually beating Baylor and Marquette in my bracket. But this week, I guess who they play? UCLA. That's gonna be a tough one, man. UCLA they got good defense, man. Them boys, they definitely get scrappy. So we're gonna see. I mean, North Carolina, I like their chances, but it's gonna be. I think UCLA might beat them this week.
UCLA were they in the Pac final with Arizona? I think.
Yeah, that's actually my team that I got taken the tournament, Arizona. And they got a tough one this week when they play Houston, so that's gonna be a good game too, man. Offense versus defense. That's how I see it.
I think the rest of their road is pretty easy though, man. Like if they could get past Houston, I'm looking at it too.
If they can get past Houston, I think they got it, man. I mean, I definitely don't trust Kansas as a number one. I think they might lose this weekend to Providence.
Oh shit! Look, I'm fucking up. Michigan in that bracket. Nah, I gotta stick with the homies, man.
I mean, that's your boys, man. You better. I mean,
I thought that shit said Michigan State. But
Michigan State
Duke.
Played Duke. Yeah, they lost to Duke. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think Michigan State was on borrowed time anyway, man. They not the same Michigan State that they used to be. I don't know, man.
I don't know. I think it's just one of them things where I think like, players just realize that they got so many more options that they could go somewhere and start superstars. I always felt like Michigan State was just sort of that aggregated talent where it was like, someone couldn't go somewhere and be a superstar, so they sort of like grouped up there at Michigan State or whatever. So, but like you said,
right.
I'm looking at teams right now that we typically don't see here make it this far in the tournament, like Miami,
right,
Iowa State. I mean, Villanova's always kind of been there the last few years. Gonzaga's always kind of been there. I don't know about Arkansas. I don't like Arkansas.
They're okay. I mean, I think Arkansas is gonna try to put up their best fight, you know what I'm saying, defensively, but I just think Gonzaga's got too much offense for them, man.
Yeah. I'm sick with the team, man. Michigan, we're gonna take it all. We smacking people on the court. Literally.
Coaches too, the 2-for-1 deal.
It's one of the times, them hiring Juwan Howard really excited the program. I know he kind of went through that thing during the season or whatever. But,
right.
We took it on the chin and we just kept bouncing.
I think that was a good thing for them, man. I mean, they definitely got some good wins under their belt as well. I mean, this gonna be a tough one though, because Nova. I mean, they're gonna have to really play. They come out and play their best basketball, man, this week against Nova. So I don't know. That's gonna be a good one. I'm definitely gonna watch that one.
Nova, man. Like again, I didn't watch. I watched next to no college basketball this year, but just I was there, man. I was there when we played. Was that Villanova in San Antonio? I went to that game.
Right.
That was crazy, man.
I think you're gonna get that same feel this weekend, man. This week, I think that's gonna be definitely a good one to watch. Again, of course, the St. Peter's joint, Purdue's gonna be a one to watch. I feel like almost every game up there is gonna be one of those games that you're gonna want to watch. Duke definitely gonna have their hands full against Texas Tech, man. I mean, it just seems like it's so fitting that Duke might just end up going to like the Final Four, just to put Coach K up there, man, cutting down the nets. I don't know if he's gonna cut down the net this year or not, man. usually when they had these like these farewell games or seasons, like that, the dudes end up doing like something spectacular, like when Ray Lewis did his, he won the Super Bowl, or when Tom Brady supposedly had retired and then he came back, like we don't see, man.
They thought because he was going away that they was gonna beat North Carolina at home in that final game.
North Carolina had other plans, bro. They had other plans, man. Spanked them, bro. I was like, wow, we.
Fuck you, brother.
When you see people crying and shit, I was like, God damn. Wipe them tears, girl.
Get shit off your face.
Word.
Oh man. All right. NBA.
Yes, sir.
Who you got, man? I don't know. I had my Nets. Kyrie still can't play full time. That's gonna be.
I mean, I hear. I mean, I read somewhere that they might lift that for the New York. They might lift it so he might be able to play now at home for the home games. But yeah, man, this has been a weird season, bro. Just even with like the Nets thing, then they got Ben Simmons, and they got him, and he still ain't playing. Like they could have just left him in the streets, man. They need him. I mean, is he really gonna bring value to this team or what, man?
Man, I don't know. We've been pretty hot lately. I know we had won 4 games in a row at one point.
Right.
We might have took 6 out of the last 8 right now, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I saw Kevin Durant. He posted something about the mayor of New York because like he was talking about he want all the attention and something like that. It's kind of turning into something else, like more than basketball.
Right. It's like almost like a circus, man. I think this New York basketball period, man, whether it's the Nets, the Knicks, I don't know, they fighting. They like I get it. You from New York, you got to show the toughness, but come on, man. When does it really stop, man? You know what I'm saying? When does it really get to like, all right, let's just play this game and go out there and win some games for the fans, rather than just let's go beat up some people and talk crap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think one of the hardest parts now, or watching the game now, like I watch probably more NBA than any other sport right now, and that's just I'm trying to really learn the game or whatever. But watching the game, bro, like I be in awe of how these dudes just be missing time. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it. They got injuries and stuff like that, but they have injuries, and it's like the teams really be suffering, like for real. So like with the Nets, for example, Kyrie was because of the mandate, but Kevin he was out because he was injured, and then it's just like everybody has this expectation that he's gonna show up and then just set the team. And it was like, bro, even the first couple games he came back, he was the scoring champ. It felt like, but there was still no chemistry. We still had some inefficiencies or whatever. Right. I don't know, man. It's just it seems like people just try to find a way to lull. It's like, hey, just get to the playoffs and we'll work on it there. Like we're not even worrying about seeding no more. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the bad part about it. Like I feel like no one wants to come into the playoffs. I mean, I wouldn't want to come into the playoffs as a bottom seed, especially struggling to get there. Then I got to play the best team that's in the division. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like right now, nobody really ain't trying to see the Bucks in like 5 to 6 games, or the Miami Heat in the 5-6 game stretch, because I don't think they're gonna make it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because these teams, even though they have like the superstar or one or two, but they gel. You know what I'm saying? So these guys been doing it. I mean, look at the Miami Heat. Who'd have thought they'll be in first place right now? You know what I'm saying? With the team that they got, but with Jimmy and all them, they doing their thing, and everybody's playing their position, and doing what they got to do. So they're winning games. So now you take a team like the Nets or if the Knicks make it or whatever, and they come in with that part-time attitude, like I play some games here, some games I don't, but it's the playoffs, so now we're gonna turn it up, and then you get smoked, man. Then what? then what's the excuse then? You get swept, then it's like, oh man, maybe next year, we're gonna come out better and I'm gonna take it this and this. Like, nah, man, you're supposed to be doing that now.
Right.
So I don't know, man. I don't see it. I feel like that's bad that they do that. They take that time off, especially if you're not hurt. If you're not hurt, you should be playing, man.
Yeah.
Like, you're making all this money.
You know what? And I think that also comes down to, like, if you really trying to win too. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like,
right.
You just feel like, listen, I've never played pro ball, but it's like I said, it's just dudes. They like, yo, man, like, let's get to the playoffs and we'll be straight. But that shouldn't be the key though. Like, all right, we're gonna mess around this whole season, and then now when they count, when the games really count, now I'm gonna show up. Like, what am I paying you for? Like, yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really paying you for you to come on and pick and choose.
I'm paying you how much and you doing what? Nothing. Like,
yeah. Like, I just don't get that. And then cry at the end of it, like, oh man, I should be getting paid more. Like, really? Like, really, bro? You, out of 80 games, you played 35?
Like, I think, listen, Nets, man, that's my team. I hope he plays well for us if he ever plays. Ben Simmons, right? It's like, man, you gonna pay,
right?
He get paid how much to not shoot? I'm like,
yeah, like, yo, bro, like, he's getting paid buco money, and he hasn't played like over a year with Philly.
Yeah.
And then when the next pick him up, now he's hurt. How are you hurt, man? What are you hurt from? Sitting down?
Like, I didn't see that. Like, nobody told him that when they made the deal. Like,
yeah, like, dude, what are you injured from? Like, what the hell? You haven't played in a year. You should be fresh. You should be ready to go, bro. Like, I don't get it, man. Now you got a back injury, and now you're like talking about another week, 2 weeks. You know what I mean? For him to step on the court for the first time in over a year and a half or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't have picked him up. I would have left his ass in Philly on the street somewhere playing street ball, man. Like, I just think that was a bad deal, man. I get it, Harden didn't want to play no more, you know what I'm saying? But just to get him out of Philly, just to get him, like, what value is he really gonna add? I don't know if he's gonna add value to the Nets, man. I really don't. I don't know.
I don't think he's gonna play this year at all.
I don't think so. And if he does, I mean, what is he gonna do? Like, he's gonna give you, a triple double every game? Is he gonna give you a double double? Like, how is he gonna really contribute when you got like guys like Kyrie and KD, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is he going to bring to that when they have no type of, team togetherness, I would say, with one another.
Yeah.
So that's going to be special. See what Steve Nash has up his sleeves.
You think people not talking enough about the Bucks right now? Like, it just kind of feels that way. It feels like we're talking about everybody else but the Bucks.
The Bucks, man. I mean, because you know what you're getting with the Bucks, man. You know? Yeah. I think that's what it is. You already know what you're gonna get with these guys, man. Can they repeat? I really think so, man.
When I watch them, I feel like I'm watching a team that really cares about their rhythm. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's one of them things. They're just like, yo, we out there, we trying to keep our rhythm. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It just so happens that we're good enough and talented enough to win more games than lose. And it's the same thing. It's just like, yo, we're going to keep our rhythm, maintain, stay motivated, get to the playoffs, and really do work there.
Right.
Everything slowed down in the playoffs. So, like, they are well equipped to go into, like, half court sets and all that, so on and so forth.
Right. But their offense, man. They're gonna give Giannis the ball. He's gonna work you. And then if you double team, you got Middleton coming out. You got the boy Bobby Portis that's coming off the bench helping out.
Man, like
Bobby, man, Bobby's that dude right now, man.
Chicago.
He was with Chicago, man.
Smack the teammate.
Bobby from the streets, man.
Theme of the show is somebody getting slapped. Somebody gets Somebody got in the pros.
Bobby out there, man. Yo, he's doing his thing, man. They got players. That's what I'm saying. They got role players that's playing their role, and that's what I like about that. They're not trying to do too much. They're not, trying to be superstars. They're coming off the bench and they just playing their role. Man, I'm gonna give you some buckets. I'm gonna give you some rebounds. I'm gonna hustle. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play some defense. I'm gonna do whatever it is for us to win. And I think that's what's lost sometimes with some of these teams. Like some of these guys, they come out, they trying to show that what they're worth, and they try to do way too much, and they end up hurting the team rather than helping them.
Yeah.
So that's why you get teams like Miami, the Milwaukee Bucks. I don't think people talk enough about Boston, man. The Celtics, man. They got a nice little squad up there, bro.
We're actually gonna get into the next. I was gonna say let's do something real quick. Let's do quick takes, right? I'm gonna name a team and you just give me the quick take, your quick take version on that team.
Okay.
All right, let's go with who you just said, Celtics. What you
Celtics,
think?
man. I like the Celtics, man. I don't want to say they're not contenders, but I just don't see them winning it, man. Like I think if they play like a team, like maybe like a Phoenix Suns team or a big team like a Utah or something like that, I think they might get a little outmatched. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole thing is gonna be on Tatum, man. That's they bread and butter.
Yeah.
And then they got a couple of other guys out there that I think with Terry Rozier and a couple of them dudes that I can give them some offense. But I just think when they play like some other teams, like maybe in the West, if you're talking about championships or whatever like that, I just don't see that they'll win it all.
All right.
I think they definitely will breeze through the East, man. But if we talk about championship basketball, I just see a couple of teams in the West here, like like I said, the Suns, Utah, even like a Denver, something like that. I think they might give them fits.
What you got on Memphis? What you got on the Grizzlies?
Man, Memphis, man, I like the boy John Morant, man. He's balling, bro. He's definitely balling, man. Number 2 in the West, man? Playoffs. I don't think teams really want to go see them, man. They really balling out here, man.
Yeah,
I like what Memphis is doing right now.
He energizes that team, and like the scary part is, I want to say they're like 14-4 or 14-3 or something like that when he don't play.
Right.
He don't
right.
Play.
And so it's like either with them or without them, they still gonna play ball. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather see them if I'm another team. I'd rather him not be playing, but yeah, man, Memphis one of those teams, a nice little sleeper.
What you got on the Suns?
Suns, you know what you're gonna get with the Suns, man. I feel like they should have won it a while back, man.
They had
their chance. They definitely had their chance, man.
Their chance, bro.
Yeah, man, I want to see CP, man, get one, bro. I think Booker, he gonna do what he do. I just feel like in the playoffs, man, he really gonna have to show up a little bit. I think that's the reason why they lost, man. He didn't really show up for them, man, when they really needed them. He was like, I don't know if he was tired or what, but in the games when they really counted, man, he just didn't really come through, man.
Yeah.
Well, I like the Suns.
He didn't fade to the back, but he definitely wasn't in the front. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He just gave you what he could, but it wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? Cause I feel like they had it though. They definitely had it. I'm not even gonna put it all on Booker, man. I feel like some of their role players didn't step up with him as well, like the Crowders and some of the dudes that come off the bench and that they just, Payne. What was it?
Cameron
Payne and them. Yeah, like they could have stepped up a little more, man. I think maybe they could have did something. Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah. Last two teams. What you got on? Give me your take on the Warriors, real quick.
Warriors, man. The boy Steph Curry, man. I feel like he's MVP this year, man. Like he's been balling, even with Klay coming back. And look at their team. They really don't have nobodies, man. Like, I'm looking at them, like, this ain't the same Warriors team I'm used to seeing over the years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're winning games. They definitely winning games. They're doing what they need to do. They're staying relevant. I'm looking here. They were third in the West. So, I mean, I feel like that's a big. I mean, what can you say? Like, Steph Curry, man, he put the team on his back, man. I mean, yeah, they got Wiggins and a couple other dudes, but man, I mean, it's really Steph Curry team. Like, you ain't gonna just say it ain't. You know what I mean?
Right now, what happened? Draymond came back. Clay's been out for a while. Steph has been out now for a little bit because the injury.
Right.
When they play Boston. They definitely gonna need Steph to make that run though. Like,
yeah, of course.
We know what it is, right? Like, Steph history, he get in the playoffs, he show out.
Right.
He may not be like that. I think that was the knock on him, was he was the MVP of the regular season, but when the playoffs came, not so much. But for them, it's a team game. It's a team.
Right. I mean, he probably was tired, man. Fatigue. You carried the team the whole season. Now you talking about
carrying the team the last couple years.
Right.
For real. So
the brother back is hurting, man. You gotta help him out, man. There's only but so much you can do.
Yeah.
I really thought they was gonna get rid of Klay Thompson, man. To be honest with you, I mean, he ain't playing over 2 years with the injury. I thought they was gonna trade him, man.
I think at some point they're gonna have to make a financial decision. Like, I understand that they have a whole relationship with the front office, with the team,
right,
with the city, with the area, all that. But at some point they're gonna have to make a decision. And so, like, yeah, they're happy Clay back because we can trade away an asset that's playing versus like somebody in the ice room or whatever. So
right. I definitely do see them getting rid of him, man. Probably like next year, maybe for some younger dudes or some role players, maybe a vet. Who knows? But I definitely do see them getting rid of him.
But could you imagine like they get like Jaylen Brown for him or something like that?
Hey man, bro. I mean, he's worth some players, man. I mean, teams really want to take that risk, depending on how much he show. I mean, he's putting up double digits and scoring. So, I mean, all you gotta do is just stay healthy. If he don't get hurt no more for like the rest of this year, maybe over the summer, I think they might get rid of him, man.
Yeah, get
somebody good for him.
Last team, Lakers.
Oh, why did
you knew it.
I already felt it in my system, man. The Lakers, wow, bro. What can I say about the Lakers, man? Hang it up, man. I never was a Laker fan. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Kobe. I never was a Laker fan, dude. So just me talking about them is just like, and that's how they've been playing, like that. I mean, geez, bro, they got all these superstars on their team, man, and they're losing badly. Not even losing close games. Like, they getting smoked at home on national TV. Like, it's bad, man. Like, it's no chemistry.
I think they had the most comeback wins against them or something like that. Like,
like this is if you want to get some dubs, go play the Lakers, man. Like, you want to be on TV, you want to be, in that national light, and get your dub. Play the Lakers, man. It's nothing like watching the Lakers on a Sunday at mid-afternoon and they getting smoked by like the Detroit Pistons or somebody. Man. I was like, what, is Isaiah Thomas back? Like, what the fuck? Like, this is trash, man. Westbrook is going, like, it's not even the same Westbrook, man, that we were accustomed to seeing, bro. Like the triple-double Westbrook, like, what happened to him?
I don't understand how he just got so lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I watch, I'm like, yo, like, why are you not even playing your game? You know what I mean? Like,
right. It looks bad, man. I get it. People want to play with LeBron. He's the best. He's the king. That team just don't mess up, man. It's almost like that like the Laker team that had all those superstars, like they had like Karl Malone and Gary Payton.
Like Gary Payton.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, this is unfair, man. What the
Damn.
hell is this? They had everybody, bro. Anybody that was, they had like the whole Western All Stars on their goddamn team, man, at one point, man. And they still didn't win. It's sad, man. I mean, I get it. They got AD, they got Bron, they got Westbrook. But then when you look at the team, man,
this is the problem, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have AD. He just stay hurt. He like
if he played in New York
3 years.
If he played in New York, he'll fit right in, man. Part-time player, man, with Kyrie, bro.
It's like
just part-time.
He's just like giving away money. I remember watching I was watching the interview and they said that one time, like in the NBA is just different. Like the team will pay you to go away or something like that.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, but with
it's sad, man. Like he's getting hurt. It's like, oh, bro.
Even when he out there, you know, I know like the whole thing a couple years ago, he didn't want to play center and all that. I'm like, you're center, you the tallest dude out there. You're
not gonna want to play center, nigga. You're 7 feet. Ain't no 7-foot point guards, man. What the fuck are you talking about, man?
They can run a couple screens for you. We get it. You want to show off the 3-ball and all that, but like the teams that you playing, they can't work with you in the paint.
Right.
Maybe Philly, you know, and B.
Right.
Maybe Jazz too. I mean, Rudy Gobert, he gonna give you effort on defense.
Yeah, he's a center though. He ain't shooting threes, man. He don't want to shoot. He's gonna block shots, rebound. He's like one of those centers. But that's the thing, man. The game has really changed. Big men want to shoot. They play that, you know, that Euro ball. You got the guys like Djokovic and you know, them couple guys like that. Yeah. Where you like Porzingis, you know, the big, tall, slinky dudes or just tall centers that want to shoot. I get it. It's cool if you want to spread the floor, and now you got your big man that can pop out and take him off the dribble or maybe shoot. Because it's, you know, they took away kind of like that post play, like how like Shaq, you know, those dudes where you just pound the post and pound. And, you know, the game definitely changed. Ain't none of that no more. But just the fact that you saying, "Oh, I don't want to be a center." Like, what do you want to be? This ain't like NFL when guys is like, well, you know, you're paying me as a tight end, but I want to be wide receiver. You know what I mean? Like, nah, dude, you're 7 foot. Get your ass in the post. And if you don't, then take your man off the dribble and take that little mid-range jump shot. I'm cool with that. But don't sit here and play behind the arc and you're the tallest dude on the goddamn court. You know what I mean?
It's insane, bro.
It's sad, man. It's sad. Then you got the dudes that's at home. Like, man, I wish I was 7 feet tall. I'll sit my ass in the post all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Well, I feel like in the last couple of years, you really do see teams that play a little bit more of the team game elevate a little bit, because that's what Phoenix did. That's what Milwaukee did. They played a team. Like, look, Giannis gonna get his points, bro.
Right.
He get his points, but he gonna set his guys up. He's like, yo, I'm gonna be the focus, and the time where I'm not, I'm gonna put my guys in position. Same thing with Phoenix, Chris Paul. Hey, I'm gonna set Book up. I'm gonna set DeAndre Ayton up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Lakers, man, it's too much of the one man pony show. And I mean, look, LeBron is great. I love LeBron. Like you said, I'm not a Lakers fan. I watch the Lakers more, honestly, because LeBron is there. You know what I mean? But just what they're doing this year, again, like having those discussions with AD and then him being out and all these superstars just not showing up. It feels like they're all waiting for somebody else to do the job. You know what I'm saying? Like
Carmelo, even LeBron, he's not even putting the team on his back. Like, yeah, I'm gonna come and give you 30, but we still losing. Like, as if they need another dude. That's what it seems like. They're telling management, look, man, you gotta get another guy up in here, man. We need another superstar up in here, man.
Bro,
like, how many dudes they want?
Rockets, I lost my shit. I was like, what the fuck?
What
is this?
It's tough, man.
Super tough. That's gonna wrap up our show for today. Thank you for listening to Best of 7 Podcast, a part of the Man Cave Sports Network, giving you the 7 best stories in sports and pop culture. Don't forget to follow the show page on Instagram at best_of_7 podcasts. I'm your host, Mike Jones. You can follow me at Mizzy_Mike J. See y'all next time. Yo, Trent. Apple Ciroc, brother.